begin with station installation. Now, obviously, to put these stations in the ground, you've got to create a hole or an opening in the ground. And the way you do that is with the use of a power auger and attached auger bit. Now, a couple of things about that I want to make clear. Before you use a power auger like this or any power tool, always read and follow the manufacturer's directions for use and pay particular attention to all safety instructions. Now, let me show you what we've got here. We've got the power auger and we have an attached auger bit. What I'm going to do is go ahead and drill the hole first, and then we'll shut it off and I'll show you what I did and tell you a little bit why I did each of the things I did. All right, there we have our hole drilled. Now let's talk just a little bit about what I just did. You may have noticed while I was drilling that I moved the drill up and down while I was drilling the hole. This is to help that fluted bit get the soil up out of the hole that collects in the bottom. It's an important thing to do. It facilitates the hole drilling, makes it go a whole lot smoother. Now, let's talk about the bit we used, this auger bit. It's from AMS Sampler, and it has a couple of features on it that enhance hole drilling. First one out is this cup cutter right here, this device. This trims away the soil and the grass that's right on top of the hole. In thick turf like St. Augustine and Bermuda grass, you want to get that removed so that when you insert the station, it sits on soil. You don't want the underside of the top of this station resting on turf. What can happen is, as the turf grows, it will push the station up out of the ground. And you don't want that to occur. So you want a nice clean hole and a clean surface as you install or insert the station. Now, another thing that's about this drill and this bit that's really handy is this very aggressive carbide tip on the end. It screws on and off the end of this. There are several tips available. We use this tip particularly where we have very hard or compacted, dry soils. Makes it hard to get that bit into the ground under those conditions, and this aggressive tip actually hole with a whole lot more ease. Some people have even gone to the point of using hammer drills along with this bit and have found that that facilitates drilling the hole under those extreme conditions. Now, there's two dimensions of this hole, the diameter and the depth. Now, the diameter is taken care of by using a bit such as this one from AMS Sampler. The depth, though, you control that. And the reason we want to pay attention to it is, if you'll notice, if we put the station down here, the top of the station comes to about here. But we want to drill holes that are actually much deeper, 1 inch, 2 inches, than the height of the station. Several reasons for this. It facilitates installing the station. It also provides a little sink for moisture to move through the station or from around it down below it so that it doesn't sit in the station. So this is an excellent choice for installing stations. There are other bits available. This one here is from Stevenson Equipment in Atlanta, Georgia. It is also an excellent bit for installing the advanced termite baiting system. Either of these two bits are acceptable. Now, let's follow through to completion. The next thing and the last thing we want to do right here is install the station. Now, if you've drilled the hole correctly, The station should easily go in almost half, maybe even 2/3 of the way without any difficulty. Matter of fact, it should just almost fall in, very little pressure. Now the last third or so, you may have to use a little more pressure to do it. Now when you use your toe to push it in, do so gently. Putting too much pressure or trying to kick the station down with your heel may damage the station, and we want to avoid that. So this is the initial installation, the creation of the hole.